Imagine this. You've been in a car accident, your body hurts, and you're finally seeing a doctor. You think, great, they'll take care of me, and that's it. But here's the reality. Those medical records are going to play a huge role in your personal injury claim. And the insurance company, they're already looking at them with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find anything they can use against you. Hi, I'm attorney Jim Curtis. I'm a personal injury trial lawyer located in Apollo Beach, Florida, and I help injury victims throughout the Tampa Bay region and across the state of Florida. Today, I want to talk about why medical records are so important, what insurance companies are really looking for in those records, and how you can take control to make sure your records help and not hurt your case. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about why your medical records are so critical. When you file a personal injury claim, your medical records are often the most compelling evidence of the extent of your injuries, how they affect your daily life, the treatment you've needed, and the treatment that you'll need in the future. Insurance companies don't just take your word for it. They rely heavily on these documents. Every note, every diagnosis, and every gap in treatment will be scrutinized. That's why your medical records are essentially the backbone of your case. But here's something that most people don't realize. Even though your doctor writes those records, you do have some control over what goes into them. Think of your medical records as a story about your injury. If important details are left out, the insurance company might argue that your case isn't as serious as you say, or that it's connected to a prior injury instead. Here are some practical ways that you can help ensure your records are accurate and complete. Number 1, be specific about your symptoms. Don't just say that my back hurts. Explain how it affects your life, walking, sitting, sleeping, and working. Number 2, keep a symptom journal. Note when pain occurs, what triggers it, and what makes it better or worse. Bring that to your appointments. Number 3, speak up during your appointments. If your doctor asks, how are you feeling? Be clear and thorough. Don't downplay anything just because you might think that it's minor. Number 4, correct errors promptly. If you see something wrong in your chart, like an old injury being listed incorrectly, notify the office immediately. And number 5, be detailed and thorough. Remember, the more you tell your doctor about your injury, your symptoms, and how your life has been affected, the more likely it is that your doctor will enter this information into your records. Another piece of the puzzle that is often overlooked is your patient intake form. You know, that form with all the questions and the paperwork that you have to fill out while you sit in the waiting room. Here's the problem. Most people rush through it. They check boxes, skip questions, and simply move on. Insurance companies love these forms, and let me repeat that. They love these forms because they can find inconsistencies or use vague answers against not only you, but your doctor. For example, saying yes to a previous back problem could let them argue your current pain is old or degenerative. Leaving gaps in your medical history might let them claim you weren't treating your injury consistently. And worse yet, leaving out information might let them argue that you're hiding something or that your doctor has incomplete information or insufficient information to render a proper diagnosis. Here's how to avoid that. Take time filling out the intake form. Be honest but precise. Provide context if needed. If the form asks about prior injuries, clarify whether they were fully healed or only mildly symptomatic. And most importantly, disclose everything to every doctor and let your lawyer handle it from there. So what exactly are insurance companies looking for in your records? Well, they're hunting for anything that might minimize the value of your claim. Things like chronic or old injuries. They'll try to argue that your pain isn't new. Degenerative conditions. Your knee hurts? Well, it's because of arthritis. Gaps in treatment. If you missed appointments, they'll say your injuries aren't serious. Contradictions. Anything inconsistent between your intake form, visit notes, or past records. And anything that's been left out. The good news? You can fight back. And here's how. Number 1, document everything. Keep track of appointments, treatments, and missed work. Number 2, be consistent. Make sure your statements to your doctor match what you put in the intake forms and other paperwork. Number 3, bring evidence of aggravation. If a pre-existing injury was aggravated by the accident, have your doctor note that clearly. Number 4, ask questions. Don't assume that your doctor knows what's important for your claim. You can politely remind them what you're seeking treatment for. The bottom line is this: medical records can make or break your personal injury case. They're the evidence insurance companies rely on, and every detail matters, from your intake form that you fill out to the notes that your doctor writes. But if you take control, document thoroughly, and communicate clearly, you can make sure your records help your case, not hurt it. If you've been injured in Florida and want to make sure that your medical records are properly documented for your claim, call me for a free consultation. I'll be happy to help. Now that you know the importance of your medical records and how they can both positively and negatively affect your injury claim, be sure to check out this next video to learn the most common arguments that an insurance company will make to shrink your personal injury settlement. See you there.